Greetings and salutations, everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I'm sure we're all aware just about an hour ago, the Lions named that Emmanuel Mosley is going to be out the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Just a couple of plays into his return from injury against the 49ers a year ago, Lions fans were really excited to see this kid get on the field and hopefully help take the secondary.
Easy money!
And getting an update as we speak. Let me turn this down so it's not on the air with you guys. Sorry, I've got some of my reporting feeds set up to alert me when news comes in, and we have some news coming in right now. I've got multiple alerts going off to it. Okay, I was going to report to you guys about a couple of the trade possibilities that the Lions have confirmed, been in negotiations with today. Brad Holmes. Earlier today, I did confirm Kendall Fuller from the Washington Commanders was a source that the Lions are contacting about. Greg Newsome II from the Browns. And just coming in right now, it looks like there's a player from the Bears, Jalen Johnson, who I'm not going to lie, I don't have a ton of information on this kid right now. But these three are confirmed, and I'm also being told there's a fourth option that Brad Holmes has put fielders out to, Sean Murphy Bunting, if I'm pronouncing that right, from the Tennessee Titans. So the Bears information just came in literally right now. I guess he's a little banged up, and they're waiting to confirm some information about those injuries. But these are the four people that the Lions have reached out to today, the four teams about players the Lions are looking at for options to bring in to potentially replace Mosley. Now, we all know Jerry Jacobs has been filling in for him. He's done a heck of a job, especially in recent weeks. But the Lions are going to need a little bit more depth. The other option that the Lions could be looking at doing is simply elevating Stephen Gilmore basically to a full-time status. He played well in the preseason, but as we all know, the preseason is the preseason. Not everybody in the third or fourth quarters even makes NFL rosters. They do. A lot of them make it to the practice squads. So Lions trying to do a little shuffling. As we all know, there's only a couple weeks until the trade deadline hits. Lions are going to make a move. This is obviously a time they're going to do it either now or next week. They're going to have to get on top of this sooner versus later. All right, Michael, while they do come in, let me get this up here. While they do come with a clean bill of health, otherwise, they'd be right back to the players. So I get the Lions are doing their due diligence right now. If you've watched Lions Talk Live, we've talked about this with some of the other trade options the Lions have been talking about. It's not always that you're going to pull the trigger, but you want to establish relationships with those front offices and those teams in case you do want to pull the trigger on a player. You look at this list of players, you're going to see some common teams with the Lions. Obviously, Washington, we've talked about, and Tennessee Titans, we've talked about. The Browns and Bears would be a little bit of a new one. All players this time of year are going to be a little banged up. You guys get it. I get it. It all happens. James, good to see you too, my friend. Good to see you. But got this information. Sorry, I had to come on back, get back to the office before I could worry about it. But Mosley, as you know, done for the year. The team is now looking for other options to fill a spot. So if you're just joining us, I'm going to give you the list right now. I have confirmed that with Washington, they're looking at Kendall Fuller, the Browns with Greg Newsome II, Jalen Johnson, Bears, and Sean Murphy Bunting from the Tennessee Titans. You guys, if you were on the stream live when it happened, I got some information that came in live as we're on the mic. We'll see what happens, and I'm getting some more information coming in right now. I don't like reporting some things until I get it confirmed, but there is a fifth team the Lions are negotiating with right now, and it talks to. I'm going to have to get that confirmed from a second source before I'm going to report it. But here you go. You got the list right now. Of course, you guys know if I get other information or updates, I will get it out to you guys as fast as possible. But, if you're just joining us, Emmanuel Mosley going to be out the rest of the season for the Detroit Lions. Kendall Fuller from Washington, Greg Newsome II from the Browns, Jalen Johnson, Bears, Sean Murphy Bunting from the Tennessee Titans. A couple of these guys are a little banged up, so I'm sure the Lions are going to have to do some confirmations on whether or not they'd even be tradable at this point. But the Lions are in a little bit of a scramble mode. Nobody really expected that Emmanuel Mosley was going to come back, play 2 plays, and then blow out his other ACL. Nobody could have foreseen that coming. The other option, as I said, Stephen Gilmore, maybe just elevating this kid. he's going to get torched a little bit like any corner would, whether you're a first-round pick or a free agent's pickup here. But the Lions are going to have to shore up that depth, especially with Brian Branch a little dinged up. You got C.J. Gardner-Johnson out for the foreseeable future. They're getting a little thin back there, and obviously they were banking on Emmanuel Mosley coming back around this time, getting back on the field. But, unfortunately for the Detroit Lions and Mosley himself, he's going to miss the rest of the season. So if I get you guys any other information, or if I get any other information, I'll get to you as quick as possible. Some comments here. Bobby Vickers, out of the four, which would be the best pick? Boy, if you're asking me, I'm probably going with, based on how we play and what I think we can get for value, probably Fuller. They're going to play a little bit more similar schemes than us. All of them are going to be great. None of them are going to be home run players, upper echelon. I got to confirm that later. I'm not going to bother you guys until I get these things confirmed. But at any rate, none of them are going to be elite corners, but they are going to help provide the team with some flexibility that, hey, we could either leave Jacobs number 2 and have a legit number 3, or vice versa. Michael, what you got? Don't believe we'll get players cheap either. No, I mean, especially at a position like corner, which is dire need across the NFL. The only good thing with some of these teams, another week and a half, they may be thinking about selling off parts to look about the future. With that in mind, think of Denver and some of their corners. The Broncos have some really legit corners. Obviously, they have one of the best ones in the league in Surtain. I don't foresee us getting him unless we're going to give up a ton for him. Steve, hello. How you doing? YouTube user, if they're not 100%, forget about it. Yeah, I think that the one thing you can say about Brad Holmes, he's nailed the drafts. He's done a good job in free agency. But we're taking some of these gambles on injured players, just really aren't paying off. Jameson Williams, even though he's back now, it's more or less taken him a year and a quarter to get on the field. And some of that I get because of the gambling. With Mosley, we waited for him, and we got 2 plays out of him. And it's unfortunate it happens, but I'm kind of with you, YouTube user. I think that we just need to go for healthy players at this point. Drex, what do you got? Gilmore looked great in preseason. Time to give him a shot. And that might be the case. That might be the answer to the problem. And then maybe don't pull the trigger for one of these guys, and one of the other ones that's come in twice now from 2 different people. But I got to make some calls to get that confirmed. And it's just not stopping. So, hey, when news hits, it hits. Let me turn this thing off so I can focus on you guys. Whatever it is, the Lions have a real opportunity. I think you guys get it. I think most of the NFL gets it at this point. They've got an opportunity to do something special this year, something that hasn't been seen in Lions fans, lifetime, unless you go back to the 50s. So maybe Jackson from the Pats, now that they are falling apart. Wings, that's not a bad call. I don't have any reports on it, but I will do some deep diving for you guys, try to get you that information. All right, one last time. Kendall Fuller, Washington, Greg Newsome II, Jalen Johnson, Sean Murphy Bunting. Those are the 4 I have confirmed. I did get another one while you guys are on the air here, and I've got it from 2 different sources. I need to make a call to confirm it, though. I don't think there's any elite corners on this list, but there are some dang good ones. I got to watch what I say on YouTube. All right, I'll let you guys get to getting. Enjoy the rest of your days. If I do get some other confirmations of the news, of course, I'll get it to you guys as fast as I can. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Take care, and we'll see you on the next Lions Talk Live.